Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the New York Jets and the Los Angeles Rams. I'll talk to you again at halftime, but for the call of this one, let's send it out to our EA Sports broadcast team. It's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
On a pretty gray and hazy day here in Southern California, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Los Angeles. A few short moments ago, running back Todd Gurley trying to fire up the Ram faithful here in Southern California as his guys get set to do battle with the New York Jets. From up top next to Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, folks, we were already excited for this game. And then before the contest, you and I are down on the field outside the white lines.
Yes, we were following the rules.
We were following the rules, and a ball comes over our direction, but we can't see it. Somebody yells heads up, and instinctively you turn around and you snare it one-handed with your off left hand. So now we're really ready for football.
No gloves either.
No gloves.
No gloves. Not like what the guys are wearing playing the game now. But wasn't that a whole lot better than that time we were down there? And I got the coffee spilled on me when I got nailed by the punt returner.
That happened to the Vikings, right?
Yes, a much better job of being heads up this time. Thank you for the notice.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. Pushing tacklers aside. Powers through again. And all the way down to the 35. A big run there by Gurley. 64 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. An opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. It looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, 27 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And last year's rushing and total touchdown leader Todd Gurley caps it with his first of the game here.
To kick off for the Rams.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go! The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Darnold now to throw. Out right here to Herndon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Here's Darnold, and he's got a noon one. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 43.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Darnold on first down. That's complete. It's Bell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Now Bell, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Now Darnold. He wants it all for the end zone. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Tremaine Johnson that time there to force the incompletion. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throw right side going to be caught by Higbee. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Los Angeles. It is the Rams in possession. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Open man is Anderson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Now a draw play. This is Bell. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Caught here by Bell. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go!
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
At the 47-yard line.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
54, right there.
Goff on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a draw as Goff gives to Gurley. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Delayed give, Goff to Gurley. And he's got this down to the 35. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Jamal Adams coming up from a safety spot to make the play. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. Here's Gurley. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Chandler Catanzaro to kick off.
The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. So we get a traffic there, and that's complete. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Gurley. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down. On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we look looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now it's Goff off the bootleg. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. 3rd and 2. Goff. And got a man. It's Woods. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's finished off by a Todd Gurley touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Mikel Roby-Coleman, a sack off the corner. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. On first down, Darnold, he lost the football, and the Rams have got it back.
We're going to shut you down. We're going to shut you down.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down, L.A.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Gurley again here on first down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. On first and goal, Gurley. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead.
Greg Zerline to kick off for the Rams.
Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one. Under pressure, they got him again. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Roughing the passer, defense.
So that one will be accepted. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. To throw is Darnold. That one's complete to Tomlinson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Darnold. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 46. Clay Matthews adding another sack to his impressive NFL resume. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. He can run for it, and he will. He's got a first down. Darnold, he lost the football. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 37.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
26 Mike, 26 Mike.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Goff will lead the Rams up here, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. 20, 10, for touchdown, LA. Todd Gurley, 66 yards. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Well, what we just saw, we've seen a lot of broken tackles, and they're leading to a huge touchdown play.
Yeah, none of them more glaring than what we just saw there, but we've seen it throughout this game, whether it's in tight, running through the line, out in open field. They haven't been able to get these runners down very well. I have a feeling they'll be in pads a lot next week, working on their tackling.
Zuerlein good with a PAT, and they open the lead up now to 25. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points.
Greg Zuerlein set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one, but let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 42. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Darnold. And an alley to run. And pass past the 35. He'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here.
Let's go, baby.
They've got a first and 10 as they search for a late score. On first down, it's Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. To throw again on second down. Darnold under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Back to throw, Darnold.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block. Those guys, they've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Face mask. Defense.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And now running right through it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
180. First down.
They run. It's Gurley. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. On the jet sweep, they get this to Cooks. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The Rams on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark,